Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Facing murder charges, the Grand Rapids police officer who shot Patrick Lyoya goes before a judge today. That tops our noon news. Good afternoon. I'm Jason Carr. Thank you for joining us. Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schur will soon go before a judge charged with murder for the shooting death of Patrick Lyoya. Let's go live to Sean Lay with details ahead of today's court hearing. Sean.
Jason, we are following every detail for you, and you're right. Christopher Schur, in just 90 minutes, will go before a judge for the very first time.
I've made the decision to charge Christopher Schur with one count of second-degree murder.
That is Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker announcing his decision to charge Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schur with second-degree murder. Here is the timeline of events. The morning of April 4th, Schur makes a traffic stop. Patrick Lyoya is the driver. Schur tells Lyoya he's driving with a bad license plate on the car. Lyoya runs from Schur. For several minutes, the two struggle until Schur gets on top of Lyoya, pulls his gun, and fires a shot into the back of Lyoya's head, killing him. Announcing the charge Thursday, the Kent County prosecutor said the evidence supports the second-degree murder charge. The father of Patrick Lyoya, Peter Lyoya, says he wants justice for his son. Back here live, here's what we're watching for you with this 1:30 arraignment, whether or not Christopher Schur will get a bond or not. So we'll be watching that very closely. You can also follow along and watch live, streaming on clickondetroit.com or right on your television from Local 4 Plus. We're live this afternoon. Sean Lay, Local 4. Jason, back to you.
Sean, thank you for that report. We are expecting to learn more today in the search for the remains of Zion Foster. Last week, crews removed about 20 feet of material from Lenox Township landfill and found a piece of mail from Detroit. Zion's cousin admitted to police that he put her body in a dumpster when he found her unresponsive. The search could take 6 weeks to complete. Police believe Foster's body is 100 feet or more below the surface of that landfill. Republican James Craig has announced he will run as a write-in candidate for Michigan governor. The announcement comes after the former Detroit police chief was kicked off the primary ballot due to a lack of valid petition signatures. Craig will have until July 22nd to file as a write-in candidate. Time now to get a check on the weather. It is looking like the beginning of the weekend. We will see plenty of sunshine, but are we going to stay rain-free? Let's go over to Brandon at the Wall.
Not a totally dry day Friday, although I think a lot of the area will stay dry, and the weekend has some shower chances as well, but very comfy stuff. We have upper 60s in Mount Clemens, Lapeer at 69, 73 Ann Arbor, and at Metro Airport. So starting to get more and more into those 70s, and we're several degrees warmer at noon today than we were yesterday. There are just a small handful of clouds coming into play so far, but the bulk of energy from these showers through Illinois and Wisconsin are heading south. We will see some fringe moisture, mainly in the form of increasing clouds, but a few spotty light rain showers as we head through the mid and late afternoon today. We should see highs around 77 degrees. If you have outdoor plans, keep them, don't cancel them. Not expecting anything crazy or violent, any wicked weather, but we will see some spotty light showers. Could mean a 5-minute break in your plans. Jason, weekend shower chances coming up.
Brandon, thank you. The January 6th committee presenting new evidence and investigative findings during the first primetime televised hearing. Peter Alexander has more on this.
In a rare primetime hearing, never before seen videos that were both riveting and revolting. The bipartisan committee investigating the January 6th attack, methodically detailing what it described as a sprawling multi-step conspiracy led by former President Trump to overturn the 2020 election.
We have a breach of the Capitol.
The presentation highlighting new video evidence of the clashes on the Capitol steps.
We need to help the doors of the Capitol.
The top House Republican Kevin McCarthy's staff fleeing for safety. And of the rioters' fury.
I'll lay my life down if it takes.
Testifying in person, the first Capitol Police officer injured that day, Caroline Edwards. She suffered a brain injury when the mob pushed her into a concrete staircase.
I saw friends with blood all over their faces. I was slipping in people's blood.
The committee using the words of top Trump administration officials and allies from their videotaped depositions to undercut the former president's false claims that the election was stolen. Former Attorney General William Barr sharing in explicit language what he told Mr. Trump.
I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen and putting out this stuff, which I told the president was bull.
That assessment resonating with the president's own daughter, Ivanka Trump.
It affected my perspective. I respect Attorney General Barr. So I accepted what he was saying.
The committee also showing a senior campaign aide saying Mr. Trump was told in blunt terms that he had lost the election. Among the hearing's most jarring revelations, Republican Liz Cheney describing former President Trump's anger, yelling at advisors who urged him to do more to call off the riot.
Aware of the rioters' chance to hang Mike Pence, the president responded with this sentiment, quote, "Maybe our supporters have the right idea. Mike Pence, quote, deserves it."
And punctuating the night, this montage of rioters explaining why they stormed the Capitol.
I did believe, that the election was being stolen, and Trump asked us to come.
That was Peter Alexander reporting on this for us this afternoon. On the same day those January 6th hearings began, FBI agents arrested Michigan GOP gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelly for his alleged role in the attack. Agents also raided Kelly's home in Allendale, which is just west of Grand Rapids. Federal investigators say Kelly was recorded on video outside the Capitol during the insurrection, repeatedly waving to the crowd and directing them toward the stairs leading up to the Capitol. He is now facing 4 misdemeanor charges and faces a maximum 1 year in federal prison if convicted. He was released yesterday afternoon on a personal bond. Kelly is one of 5 candidates on the August Republican primary ballot. Still to come, a major lawsuit hitting Ford Motor Company, what the suit is accusing the automaker of doing regarding its popular SUVs.